Bow your heads for the builder of worlds, the maker of Tamriel, the lord of the wasteland, the director who took us to the stars. 25 years on the throne and never bent the knee. I give you Todd Howard, first of his name, father of Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim, keeper of the creation engine, protector of the modders, the GOAT, the lord and savior of Bethesda.
Put some respect on my name.
The whole internet is screaming about another king they tried to bury. Drake, 3 albums, same day, top 1, top 2, top 3 on the Billboard 200. First human to ever do it since they started counting in 1956. He looked at every hater and dropped 43 songs on their head. And I'm here to tell you, plain as day, Todd Howard is the Drake of the gaming industry. The world loved them, the world turned on them, and the world still can't stop watching them win. By the end of this video, you will not be able to tell me I'm wrong, I swear to you. So sit down, fall in, let me show you why. Okay, here's the comparison, and I need you to lock in with me. I need you to lock in because it's deeper than just 2 famous guys. You take a man who came up from nothing, grinded, and built something the whole world fell in love with. Everybody co-signed him. He couldn't do no wrong. Then the second he got too big, too successful, too GOAT status, the internet that crowned him decided it was more fun to tear him down. That's Drake after the Kendrick beef. The whole web turned on him overnight. Oh, he's washed, he's finished, it's over for Drizzy, yada, yada, yada. And that is the same thing they try to do to Todd Howard. Every time he opens his mouth, they took this man's life work and turned it into a punchline. They built entire YouTube channels, entire careers off one thing, hating Todd Howard for clicks. Here's what the haters never understand about a real one.
I'm battling the fact that the album ain't even dropping already, they asses complaining.
Tell me that's not Elder Scrolls 6. People are hating before the game even comes out, bro. Same energy, same plan, same thing. That's why I'm making this video. I got 20 years of receipts. 20 years. Let me break it down. Before the memes, before the Todd Howard lie t-shirts, before any of you clowns had a mic, Bethesda was making Elder Scrolls. YouTube was still in diapers. Arena, Daggerfall. Then the young Todd Howard steps up as project lead and drops Morrowind in 2002. A world so weird, so deep, so alive that people are still modding it today. 20 plus years after. Name another company that got that. I'll wait. That's the mixtape era. That's so far gone. That's the moment the real ones knew. This dude is different. Then Oblivion, 2006. Bro, I was so hyped for this game when I saw it on the cover of Gaming For, bro. I was trying to draw the little dudes, the little figures in the margins of my notebook. I was that involved. And when it dropped, the internet lost its mind. Then Fallout 3, 2008. They took somebody else's franchise, made it bigger than it ever was. Tell me that's not Drake energy. Tell me that's not Drake hopping on a feature and making it his song. You see where I'm going here? You see the comparisons, bro, the comparisons. And then Skyrim, the game that changed everything. Yo, I remember watching E3 when it dropped, that 11/11/11 date. That was legendary status. The whole crowd went crazy. Some of y'all are too young to have seen it live. Google it, do yourself a favor.
Have been hard at work on our next epic, and we wanted to find the right time to announce not only what that game is, but the day it's coming out. And that right time is now.
Skyrim didn't just succeed, it became part of the culture. A game so big they put it on PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, PC, the Steam Deck, Alexa, the fridge, the toaster, the smartwatch, your grandma's phone. Fusra Dao became a language, bro. A language. It was an entire generation's first RPG. Name another studio with this catalog. Morrowind, Oblivion, Fallout 3, Skyrim, Fallout 4, and now Starfield? Taking us off the planet entirely. I'll wait. Put some respect on his name.
Put some respect on my name.
When the world loves you, they love you loud. But the second you reach the top, the same mouths that praise you start hunting for a reason. And tearing down a giant gets more attention than building anything yourself. Drake felt it. After the beef, the internet didn't just disagree with him. They celebrated counting him out. It became a sport, a trend, a whole content genre, bro. And Todd's been living that since 2015. Every interview get clipped, every sentence twisted, a whole ecosystem of people who don't make games, don't ship anything, don't risk anything, but they sure know how to put a camera at themselves and rage about a man who actually builds worlds. Todd Howard the Almighty.
Put some respect on my name.
Here's what's funny, right? Todd keeps shipping, Drake keeps dropping, and the haters, they're still right there, still watching in HD. They say the truth will set you free. Well, mine go on stream while you watch it HD. The king pays their bills and don't even know their names, bro. The king, the Lord Almighty, go. May 15th, 2026, a couple days ago. Drake doesn't drop a song, doesn't drop an album. He drops 3, Habiti, Iceman, and Maid of Honor. 43 tracks all at once on the same internet that said he was done. And he debuted number 1, number 2, and number 3 on the Billboard 200. Do I have to say it again? No, he's the GOAT. The GOAT. Everyone who doubted him is asking for forgiveness, bro. Now tell me that's not Todd Howard. Because what do you think happens when Elder Scrolls 6 finally drops? When that trailer goes from a logo on a rock to a real release date? Every single channel that's built itself on Todd is finished is going to be the first in line day 1, streaming it for 12 hours straight. For the clicks, the hate turns into the biggest payday of their lives. The king feeds them again. The king feeds them again. Todd been a GOAT since you was holding the controller playing a platformer. It just works. You ever wonder why Bethesda games are the most modded games on the entire planet? Go ahead, go look at the Nexus mods. Right now, the biggest modding site there is, who's at the top? Skyrim, Fallout 4, the more Bethesda titles. Tens of thousands of mods. Billions, with a big B, billions of downloads. Nobody's close. And I know the haters. I know the haters got their little talking points ready, you know, their little talking points. That's because Bethesda ships broken games. I know they're going to say it. I know it. I know for sure they are going to say that. And the community has to fix them. Nah, sit down. That's a lie. And I'm about to tell you why. Todd Howard doesn't ship a game you have to fix. He ships a game you get to build. There's a difference. Bethesda gives you the creation kit, the same tools the developer themselves use, for free. They hand you the keys to the kingdom. They built the creation engine to be torn apart, rebuilt, remixed, and reimagined by anybody with a dream and a laptop. That's a choice. That is intentional. That is the Lord and Savior will, all right? You don't accidentally build an entire engine that a teenager in his bedroom can use to create a brand new world. Todd Howard designed it that way on purpose. Listen to that again. Todd Howard designed that on purpose so that the world never has to end, bro. So that Skyrim in 2011 is a different game than Skyrim today, and a different game than Skyrim in 20 years from now. That's not a broken game. That's a living one. And if you think I'm exaggerating, let me give you proof. Something that just happened, lean in hyped. There's a thing in Skyrim modding called community shaders. Free, open source, built by the community. And a few weeks ago, May of this year, 2026, it dropped an update that brought next-gen graphics to a game from 2011. I'm talking full DLS4, native HDR, frame generation, the same cutting edge tech that they putting in brand new games today, and brand new AAA games today, running on a 15-year-old game for free. PC Gamer covered it. WCCFT Tech covered it. Mainstream press writing headlines about Skyrim graphics in 2026. Let that sink in, man. Let it sink in. A 15-year game just got better looking than half the games coming out this year. And Bethesda didn't even have to do it. The community did. You think a dead game gets next-gen graphics a decade and a half later? Haters gonna hate, though. Haters gonna hate. Shout out to Pet Caliber, who broke the whole thing down to the max. Go watch it. Links down in the description. A Bethesda game isn't a product. It's a community, bro. It's a community. Let that sink in. And here's what the haters don't realize when they run it up. When you come at Todd, you're not just coming at one man. You're coming at the millions of modders, builders, and dreamers who poured their lives into these worlds. You're coming at the community that kept these games alive for over a decade. Todd just the head of it, bro. The president, the CEO, the king, but the kingdom is us. So go ahead and disrespect Todd. Go ahead. I dare you. You're disrespecting every kid who ever built a mod to feel like somebody. Don't forget that. Put some respect on his name.
Put some respect on my name.
Put some respect on his name and put some respect on his people. If you don't know, King Gaff is one of the most legendary modders alive. He built sim settlements for Fallout 4. A mod so deep is basically like adding a whole new game on top of the game. Then he took that knowledge and started teaching, running tutorials, and a whole school to raise the next generation of modders. That's not just a producer making hits. That's 40 building a sound and showing everybody else how to make one. That's legacy that multiplies, bro. And it's not just the modders, the writers like Emil, the engine, the team doing the impossible, the artists, the designers, the QA, grinding so a kid on a Curtis Masters TV can lose himself in a world that feels real. And the creators holding it down right now while everybody else chases the hate for clicks? Let me put you on. Richard from Richard Presents Starfield Essentials, a whole channel built as a refuge for the fans. Renfell streaming Starfield daily, living in these worlds. Crimson Flyboy, the shipbuilder, 8 videos a week. Swerve holding down Skyrim and Starfield. And I can't forget Sister Citizen, repping for everybody who loves Starfield. Real talk, these are the people who inspired me to pick up a camera. I wouldn't be here without them. Links are in the description. Go follow every single channel. Tell them Dovahkiin Daddy sent you. These are the people that haters never show you because a channel built on love doesn't trend as loud as a channel built on hate, but it lasts longer. So when they come for Todd, they come for all of us. And I'm not having it. Put some respect on his name.
Put some respect on my name.
Now I gotta get real with y'all for a minute because this ain't just about charts and catalogs for me. When I was a kid, I didn't have a lot of friends. Gotta be honest with you. I was in special ed. They called it the Blue Room. And every single day, I felt that feeling like everybody around me was somewhere I couldn't reach. Like I was less than, inferior, behind. I carried that as a kid. I didn't have the words for it. I just felt small. My mother had this old Curtis Masters TV. If you know, you know. It was big, heavy wooden box. And when I get my time on it, I put in Morrowind. And I'm telling you, that game took me out. For the first time, I wasn't the kid in the Blue Room. I wasn't behind. I wasn't less than anybody. I could be a warrior. I could be a king. I could be anything I wanted to be. That world didn't care where I came from or what room they put me in. It just opened the door and said, go be anybody you wanted. That was the first game that ever did that for me. The first one that reached into a hard time in my life and pulled me somewhere better. So when I see the whole internet piled on the man who built that world for me, nah. I can't do it. I will never disrespect the GOAT, my Lord and Savior, Todd Howard, because he gave kids who felt like nothing a place to feel like everything. All right, fall-in battles. Let me bring it home. Drake got hated by the whole internet. Dropped 3 of the biggest albums of all time and passed Michael Jackson. Todd Howard gets hated by the whole internet every single day and keeps building the worlds we grew up in and handing us the tools to build them ourselves. Same story, same haters, same suspense, same ending. The king wins, the plants water his garden, and the real ones never left. Listen, Todd Howard is 56 years old. He's been doing this since he was, 24? And I just find it funny that everybody tries to push the legends aside. It's our duty as millennials to make sure his legacy lives on. He worked too hard, sacrificed too much of his time, too much of his family's time. He dedicated his whole life to this studio. And people want to talk crazy about him? Nah, we can't let that happen. So here's my challenge to you. Tell me I'm wrong. Drop it in the comments. Drop it in the comments. Tell me Todd's not the GOAT. Tell me this comparison doesn't make too much sense. The numbers don't lie, and neither do I. If you rock with this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, and let's keep building this thing. My last video got a couple of subscribers, and I'm proud of every one of them. This is Dovahkiin Daddy. Long live the king.